Okay, so our opening of the month is the Italian, right? And you can tell me how to play it? Okay, this is the Italian, right? So today we are going to discuss the main line of the Italian, mainly. In the main line, what does black play? What's the main move for black here? Yes. Don't know?
Bishop c5.
How many of you saying bishop c5? Only one person. Two people. How many of you saying knight f6? Two people. What about Praneeth and what are you doing?
I was pawn.
Yeah, please have a seat.
Pawn to d6.
Pawn to d6. That's not a main move. That's blocking your bishop in. Na? That's called fiddler defense. It's not a very active way to play for black. But okay. The main move is.
My move is.
Okay.
Bishop c5.
Yeah, please have a seat. So the main move here for black is bishop to c5. If you play knight to f6,
Then
people play it. It's like the second main move, a second best move. Knight g5 is fried liver attack. You have to know that line properly. If you do not know the fried liver, white will just thrash you in the opening, and you will get into real trouble. So fried liver is something you have to know if you are playing knight f6. If you don't want to learn fried liver, don't play knight f6. I play knight f6 because I'm attacking the pawn, and that forces white to defend the pawn. I'm not afraid of the fried liver. So if you learn fried liver properly, then you can play knight f6. If you haven't, then don't play knight f6. Last class, I think Praneeth versus Rayansh was fried liver attack.
Yes, sir, but then
But you won, but still.
it's a risk.
Yeah. Yes, Rayansh?
But if you play knight f6 attacking the pawn, I'll just play knight g5 defending.
Then I'll play d5.
But you can't take with the knight if I take the pawn.
So gorilla
No,
can.
I won't take. So that is why you have to learn that. What happens after that, you have to know. After pawn takes, what happens? What's the main move for black? Who can tell me?
So
Yes,
I
Arav?
a5.
Yeah, knight a5. That's how you play with black. So this is what will happen when you play fried liver. If black knows the opening, this is what will happen. If black doesn't know, like last time Praneeth did, he got into trouble after the opening because of not knowing the opening.
Yeah.
So let's go back, but we're not going to discuss the fried liver today. We've discussed it so many times in class before. So we're going to discuss the main line. This is now called. Oh yeah, pawn. Yeah. This is now called the Italian. This was Italian. This is still Italian, but there's a name for this set. Yeah, it's a Giuoco piano. What are you saying, Shaurya?
This is the second game, right?
Second game?
The quiet game something.
No. So Giuoco piano means the quiet game. Yeah. And now, what is the main move for white?
c3.
How many of you will play c3 if it's your game? You will play c3.
Sir, I have learned.
You've learned, but do you play it?
Sir, I lost lot of points because of not playing c3. So this.
No, not playing c3 doesn't lose points. I mean, you will get a normal position. But if you want a good, smooth position as white, you should play c3. Like many people have allergy towards this move. I tell this like every time. But
they
you
think that when they develop the pawn, they can't develop the knight.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to put it to the corner.
also like they used to playing the knight out here.
Yes, sir.
They're like completely comfortable
so
with
what if
that.
you move your knight out to like a comfortable square, let's say like d5 or b5, then to play c3?
Then you won't get time to do all that. So you'll be wasting two moves. So the main move is just c3. And now what's the main move for black? Shaurya, main moves over there on the board. Then let's focus here. No? Yeah, knight f6. Very important. And now white plays. Let's ask.
Castles. Oh, sorry. What is the
Castles.
Okay, how many of you want to do castling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you racing or not racing? 6. Ved, what's your decision?
No.
What will you do with?
I will play.
Huh. You will play
d3.
D3. Okay, Shaurya?
d4.
D4. Arav?
d4?
Yeah, why did we play C3, guys? To play D4, na? So then why are you castling now?
So you castle.
You castle, you lose your pawn for free.
Oh, yeah.
Opponent has just played knight f6. You may get the pawn back, like with queen e2 or rook e1, but it will be at opponent's terms. It will be a bad position for you. So either you play d3, which is called the Giuoco pianissimo, the quietest game. Like you play c3, d4, later you play d4, or you directly go for d4. That's why you played c3, na? So, and then if you castle means there's no point of c3. So now this is the main line. Like later we will
Whose
understand.
game are we watching?
Nobody's game. We're learning this opening. So after d4, we will learn why people prefer d3 afterwards. First, we have to understand what happens with d4, which used to be the main move, but nowadays people play d3 instead of d4. There's a reason for that. So let's understand what happens after d4. Let's ask our opening expert, Ashvik, what will happen now?
So they take with the pawn.
Take with the pawn, we'll play.
So we take it backwards.
We'll take with the c pawn. And now where is the best place for the bishop? Some people just blindly take. They think it's a free pawn, but that's a full piece. You can't do that. Ved?
Bishop to b4.
Yeah, bishop b4 is the main move. Now it's again, a lot of things we have to learn here. It looks like a very normal position. If you see this, like if the bishop had gone here, this is a great position for white. Because you've got full center control. Your knight can come out, castling, it's perfect. So that's why black should play bishop b4. Don't give white all the advantages. Make white react. So white has to react to the check.
So this knight is literally the Greco gambit.
Not yeah, it is the Greco attack. It's called the Greco attack. When you play knight c3. If black takes the pawn. So that's a completely deep line that you can learn if you're planning knight c3. The main move is bishop d2.
Yeah. Sir, but the knight to c3 will be a free pawn, right?
Not exactly. So I'll tell you a little bit about this line. Knight to e4 is not a free pawn. I'll just castle. Now what will you do, Vihan?
Now I will play bishop takes, right?
Bishop takes knight. Okay, I take back. And then
Knight takes pawn.
knight takes pawn is a blunder. Who can tell me
Queen
what?
to e1.
Yeah, queen e1 and the knight is gone.
Oh.
So you can't. So it's not that simple. So I'll get my king to safety. You can get one more pawn, but that's a big risk.
How is it
Your
gone?
turn.
They can move to a4.
Then we call the arbiter because it's a check. It's illegal. It's a check. It's not directly. It's a two-threat move. No? Okay, so let's go back. Knight was here.
So we should not take the pawn on e4.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we capture with the knight first?
One second. So we are discussing the Italian, which is this, right? Giuoco piano, c3. Let's tell the moves. Black plays, Pranit.
Sorry. After that.
He's
Black
blabbering.
F6.
Pawn f6.
No.
Yeah.
Knight F6.
Okay, knight f6. And now we have next move for white.
D4, D3.
Huh?
D4 or
Or d3. Which will you play?
I will play D4.
d4. Okay. Now when we had plays d4, Rayansh, what will you do?
So I would
Hmm.
take the pawn
With?
with the pawn.
Hmm. And Ved, what will you do next?
I take the pawn with the pawn.
Okay. Now, yes, Pranit, what will you do? Bishop d4. And now Arav, what will you do?
Sir, bishop D5, D2.
Bishop d2. Knight c3 is playable, but you have to learn. This is called the Greco attack. So you have to learn what happens after that. When I say learn, there are two ways to learn. One is you open YouTube, you see Greco attack videos. The other one is you open analysis, computer analysis on chess.com or Leechess. And then you see the opening explorer, like which move is the most played move here. And see the computer's evaluation. Is it minus something or is it plus something? Is white better there or is black better there? So use the computer analysis and learn. That's the best way to learn openings. Yeah?
Sir, when I opened the stockfish, I saw that the hero says that custom place. What is
Custom what?
The opening are moves are like custom place.
I don't know. Only if I see I can tell
Maybe
you.
if
Like,
you put like a random, like on the top they give right which opening or which attack. For example, I play the Italian game, then I play and then I take out my knight. So the Italian game Greco attack. But over there, after the Italian game, it showed custom place.
that means they don't have that opening. Like till there they will mention. So I don't know about stockfish that much. They use stock question chess.com leeches everywhere,
Yeah.
but I don't know the exact which app you're talking about.
Chess.com.
Chess.com you're saying?
Yes, while playing the game, so it showed.
That I do not know.
Okay,
Maybe
stop
something is
this.
different about the position. Okay, so now if you're playing this, you need to learn the opening properly because black may go for the Greco attack with knight takes pawn. Now, the main move is bishop d2, but the funny thing is even here, black can play knight takes pawn.
Yeah.
Right, it's a free pawn.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
sir.
Huh.
When you play knight to c10 in the Greco attack,
Hmm.
then they take the pawn in castle.
Hmm.
So what is
So it's
this?
better to take with the knight. Take the knight.
No, no, no. Knight takes is bad. Knight takes, pawn takes. What will you do now?
Then after bishop takes is free because
It's not free. It's a winning position for white. White is winning here. You might think when you're seeing it for the first time, everyone thinks black is up by 2 pawns. Black is attacking a rook. Doesn't matter. White's winning. Queen b3. Attacking a bishop and attacking f7. What do you do?
go.
If you take the go back, why would you go back? You can at least take the rook. If you're really going to move the bishop, take the rook and move the bishop. No? You do that, it's just completely over for black. Bishop takes pawn. If you go here, then bishop g5 wins the queen. So king f8. And now
Queen
the move.
before?
Queen
Bishop to
before
a3.
d6. Bishop a3, pawn d6. Don't give your opponent chance to develop. You're down by a lot of pieces. Rajveer, can you find the best move here for white? Let's see what Rajveer decides.
Sir, queen to a3.
Queen a3, pawn d6 na. First of all, queen a3, I can take your bishop.
Oh, sir, bishop.
Second, yeah.
Bishop to g5.
Huh, bishop g5, exactly.
Sir, that's what I told.
Yeah, so now queen's gone. Even if knight defends, rook e1 wins the queen.
Yeah.
It's not just the queen. You
It's
got a lot
a
of pieces.
checkmate.
Yeah, you're gonna win more things there. I mean, king is not safe.
Sir.
You can even take the bishop and then come back.
Bishop.
No, but if you take the bishop, you won't get the queen. He'll play d6 and the king goes on. It's better to play rook e1 and then take. So these things are possible in the Greco. So that means you have to study the Greco before you play this. Otherwise, you will get in the opening surprised. So let's go back again.
So when I played against you, like advanced players, and I figured out that playing a single, like a one pawn move is also
Yeah,
it gives you. I never knew that.
yeah. Every move matters on the chessboard.
In the past few weeks, I have been playing 3 games per day, so
With advanced players meaning chess.com or
not chess.com.
with people you know.
No.
Then how do you know they're advanced?
Sir, like 911.
Oh, is it? Okay, what is your rating now?
Sir, that's what I want to talk to you. Like, I want to talk about that.
Okay, alright. So, let's get
So
back
if
to
you
the.
have Chess.com premium, the matchmaking is completely just like rigged.
What?
So I got Chess.com premium diamond
Mhm.
a few days ago, like 1 week ago.
Uh-huh.
Then suddenly I directly started playing against 900 people.
There's no connection to premium with match settings.
No, so I played
There's no
against
connection
900
there. Just because it happened with you doesn't mean it's the same for everyone. It doesn't happen every time. It's just something normal. You may get tougher opponents. You may get easier opponents.
One time I played with a
Hmm.
1,200 something.
For me, I also played against some
Okay. Alright. So, knight f3, knight c6. Let's focus here. Shaurya, Italian, how do you play it? What's the next move?
What to bishop c5?
Huh? c5.
No,
c4. Okay. Athar, black plays? Knight f6. That's the name there. Huh? Pawn f6.
No, not
Just because I went for the pawn, you're saying pawn. When you tell me what you know, na, don't get affected by other things. That means you're not listening properly. Somebody hasn't been paying attention. Okay, Rajveer.
Sir, bishop to c5.
Yeah, knight f6 allows the fried lever attack, so you have to know the fried lever if you're playing knight f6. If you don't want to learn the fried lever, play the main line. This is the Giuoco piano, right? Now, Vihan, what's the next move for white?
White plays c3.
Okay. Now, Shaurya, black plays main move for black.
f6.
Okay, you see, Shaurya is paying attention. Athar, leave all that focus here. If something falls, how does it matter? That's his problem now. You focus here. You are not listening, that's why you are not understanding the moves. Knight f6 and now white plays. Let's ask Reyansh. White plays?
D3.
Why did you tell him? I'm asking him. Na?
When did I say?
You didn't say, you have no idea. The voice just came out.
He
Na?
was just like.
Noise just came. Okay, Rayan, did you hear him? No. You heard him?
No.
You didn't hear him? Okay. D3, is it? Okay. Is that the main move, Praneeth? The main move is D4. We will see why D4 is not that good, and that's why people play D3. That will get there. But right now we discuss D4, not D3. And now black plays arrow.
Black plays takes the pawn.
Takes, white plays, wait.
Take the pawn.
And now bishop to B4. And now what move do we play here for white, Shaurya?
So bishop to D2.
Yeah, if you play knight c3, that's a Greco. You need to learn this line. Only then play knight c3. Otherwise, play the main line. Now we come to the main point. In the main line, black can still, do two things here. Black can take the pawn, which is okay, but black has to be careful. Like if black takes the pawn, what will we do? So the guy just took your pawn for free, mister. You're okay with that? We'll just take queen e2, pawn d5. No, we need something better.
So
Queen e2 is attacking the knight. I play pawn d5, defending the knight.
take the bishop.
Yeah, take the bishop. You got to take the bishop first. Knight takes back. And now,
Castle.
no, you're down a pawn. You need to get back your pawn, na? Otherwise, you're simply giving your opponent a pawn with white. You're white, you're giving him a pawn. How is that justified? White should be better in the opening, not worse. Rajveer.
Queen to B3.
Exactly, well done. Our old friend comes here. Queen b3. That means Greco also Queen b3 was there. So now there's pressure here and attack on the knight. What will black do? Is black lost?
Yes.
Then you just take the free piece now, mister. Is there any way for black not to lose the piece?
See,
I think.
See, you can save the knight, but then bishop takes f7 is completely bad.
Sir, queen to E7.
Queen to e7. Queen to e7 is possible. Yeah, queen e7 is possible. There's another move, d5. Just the calm d5. Attack the bishop.
Oh.
So you take the knight,
Is it?
I take the bishop, you take back. And it's completely equal. Black will castle, white will castle. White got back the pawn,
And the game
but nothing more.
So
But
the Greco.
this is not Greco. This
So
one.
the Greco is like you take more pieces there.
How will you take more pieces? If black plays properly, you won't get more pieces. That is only when black takes on c3 greedily. Then white wins.
when black
Shining
follows
it
the
up.
plan.
Doesn't mean black always does that. Black has better things to do. You can take Shaurya, focus here, do not disturb unless you have something to say, relevant, don't speak. So bishop takes, pawn takes, and the knight doesn't have to take. They can just castle. So Greco is fine for black. It's just that you have to know the opening. Now here, nobody is better. White's advantage is gone. When you start the game, white has small advantage, right?
136.
That's gone now. Because it's nothing when so many pieces got exchanged and it's just equal.
But sir,
So-
how is it equal? We have two knights. I mean,
They have a bishop and knight.
Isn't that pair better than this Dio knights?
You could say that, but
So, should be like one something like close to
close to one is one pawn up. Bishop against knight doesn't mean one pawn up.
0.56.
That you no, still not even half a pawn. It just maybe slightly. I would say it's equal. I mean, white has got active pieces.
0.000001.
Knight active. Yeah, so this is equal. So that's why white players stopped playing the main line because of this. Again,
So
Rajveer.
now we can castle and bring the rook to E.
Yeah, black will also castle. Na? It's not like he'll sit there and wait for you to bring the rook. So think about your opponent also when you play the move. You castle, they castle, king goes on. Yeah.
So, oh no.
Okay. Now, if anybody is confused, so the reason why we do it again and again is so that you understand, and when you play, you will not have doubt. Only thing to learn this opening is you have to repeatedly do it, repeatedly understand it, like do it on the board. So after e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, bishop c4, bishop c5. This was just Giuoco piano. c3, knight f6. What's the main move, Athar, for white? Athar. What will white do? D. Tell properly, na? D4. Black takes, white takes, bishop b4, bishop d2. If black doesn't want to take risk by taking the pawn, black can do a simple thing. Black can just take. And then knight takes, and now black can play a move that removes all advantage from white's hand. Right now it looks great for white, right?
Yeah.
Great sender, great pieces, superb. But after black's next move, white will have no advantage.
Queen to b3.
After black will play queen b3.
No, white to queen.
It's white's move again, is it? White has just taken back. It's black's turn. Try to understand what we're doing.
And so anyways, b3 castles.
Right now, let's focus here.
d5.
d5. And if you don't play that move, white will have a good advantage. If black does not play this move, white will have a very good position because you see the sender. So Arya was right, black has to play d5. If you don't play d5, white will be better because white will have the sender. But black plays d5 and white sender is gone.
Yeah.
You have to take it, right? And then just knight takes. And then just castles, no advantage for white. And everything. Advantage for black not possible in the out of the opening unless white plays really horrible moves. So this is equal.
Like
So this is why Giuoco piano, the main line is not played at the top level. Because it leads to equal positions. Positions with no advantage for white. That's not what white wants. Right? So that's why in the opening, in the Italian game, after e4, e5.
So they play c3 and d3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
So
after
but
bishop-
why? Quietest
to
game.
get a better position, to keep the advantage.
House.
The game goes on, it's not like you exchange everything.
The quietest game.
Okay. First listen. After e4, e5, knight out, bishop out. You play
c3.
c3,
c3.
knight f6.
Quietest.
And now don't play d4. If you play d4, if your opponent doesn't know how to play as black, then you'll get a great position. But if your opponent knows how to play, then you'll just get an equal position with no advantage for white. So it's better not to exchange off pieces in the center. Keep the tension. So that you can play d4 next after a few moves. So you basically prepare and play it later. You castle, you bring out your knight. So what happens now is, let's say black castles, white castle, black plays d6, you play h3 if you want, black plays h6, and now you bring your knight.
So the that blocking for bishop.
Yeah. So you can't get the great sender and then develop the knight series. That's not possible. You will move the knight later. So let's say black plays bishop e6. What will we do?
So bishop to b3.
Yeah, it's better to go back. Don't take here. Many people just blindly take because that allows black to have an open fire. Yeah. So bishop b3 is fine. Let's say black plays something like rook e8. Now you need to think about this. So the maneuver that you will see a lot in Italian quietest gamers, move the rook, bring the knight to f1 and knight to g3. Then knight will be happy and then bishop can come out.
Yeah.
So it's a quietest game. So you have time. You don't need to do things in a hurry. You can take time slowly. You can bring out your knight, bishop, and that's how it goes. Yes, Pranit was saying.
In Giuoco piano, like
Huh.
Giuoco pianist, when it's a
Pianissimo. Yeah.
So in that game, does it become very difficult to find the good moves or to dig things out? Or
There's no difficulty. You're just doing normal slow things.
okay, so everything is slow.
Yeah. In d4 line, you need to learn the moves.
moves.
Yeah.
But sir,
In
like
d3,
white-
it's just-
that's how does whites will have like the advantage?
Because you hold the pieces, you're preparing d4, no? You'll be playing d4 soon. So once you play d4, you'll have the center.
Basically,
You have all the pieces on the board, yeah?
after casting, why do you play rook to e1?
To play knight f1.
I mean,
And
not
then
here, in general positions.
Because the rook needs to be active, no? So if you keep it on f1, it won't be doing anything. Pawn is never going to move. If you're planning f4, then rook is good there. But otherwise, you need the rook here so that the e file, if it opens, will be good. So this is how the Giuoco pianissimo goes, right? So with that much knowledge, we can start playing.